So I learned a valuable lesson on this project. So I did the brakes on my Suburban. It started out, I had an ABS code on the dash, and I was getting an inspection, the state inspection, and I had the garage say, hey, let me know what that code is. And he said, that's a wheel hub. You got to replace the whole hub because the sensor's built into it. And I was like, how much is that going to cost? And he's like, $450, $500. I was like, all right, I'll do it myself. So bought the wheel hub, and it sat around while I was finishing building the garage for like 6 months. And I finally get down to it, and I'm like, I might as well get brakes while I'm in there, because the brakes have never really been strong. So I bought pads, I bought shoes, and then I started doing the brakes. Well, I got in there, and there was really uneven wear on my rotors, and so I was like, and the rotors were trashed. So I was like, I should get rotors and I should get calipers, depending on what the cost is. Turns out they were really cheap. Got the calipers, got the rotors, got them in. I think I bought the most of the stuff from Advance Auto and a lot of stuff from Rock Auto. And I got the calipers in, they were the wrong ones. I don't know if it was my fault or the website's fault, but it didn't specify whether or not this was a 7200 GVW or whether it was an 8600 GVW. So I found out because I'd ordered 2 left calipers, which was totally my fault. I got so excited. Yeah, that's the one. I'll take 2. Well, I had 2 calipers come in, and I'm trying to do the right-hand side. I'm like, what's going on here? So I went down to the local store instead of buying it online, and I got the right calipers, put it all together, and this is a really long video. I'll just tell the whole story. I put it together, and I got down to the last bolt on the underside of the caliper. It holds the caliper to the knuckle, and the bolt was just spinning around and around. So someone had broken a bolt off earlier and drilled and tapped it out to an M12 instead of a 7/16. So I ran around for about a week trying to find a threaded insert that I could put my 7/16 bolt into. Come to find out, GM made a special TPI bolt, threads per inch bolt, that was 16. The 7/16 by 16, which I couldn't get a tap for. So even if I had found an insert, I wouldn't have been able to tap anyway. So I gave up on that plan. I called the junkyard, and I got a whole new knuckle, which I have around the other side. And I'm getting ready to put that on. What I learned, no, not only that, I got the other side done, put it all back together, and I get to this side, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, gosh, that is humongous compared to this, which, as you can see, is totally not the right size. This is a 2.5-inch shoe. So again, the website never specified whether or not there was a 72 or an 8600 GVW. I completely accept that as a reality. I went to a website, I read the information that was on it, made my decision. It didn't have the right information. You know, that's not a fault of the website. There's a ton of data with every vehicle and every part. You can't possibly include it all. Anyway, I had the wrong shoes, and so I had to get the right shoes. It turns out I ordered these like 31 days ago from Rock Auto. And it was a wholesaler clear out, which means that they won't honor the 30-day warranty, even though they're brand new. So anyway, I'm stuck with a pair of $40 shoes. These things are the most expensive part of everything I bought, except for the hubs and the spindle. Anyway, what it comes down to, what I'm getting at, is that what I have learned is I was stuck in working in the driveway mode. You know, in the driveway, you have to tear apart a vehicle and put it back together and clean up all your tools by the end of the day. You can't just leave it lying around. And I'm in a garage, so I can be in garage mode, which means I don't have to pick everything up. As a matter of fact, I'm loving not having to pick everything up. So what's a much better plan? Bring your vehicle inside, tear it apart, and figure out what it needs. I blindly bought wheel cylinders, shoes, pads, rotors, calipers, all on the basis that they might be bad because I hadn't torn it apart yet. And part of this is probably, you know, just me being lazy, not wanting to tear it apart first. But also because I was just stuck in driveway mode. So tear your vehicle apart, see what it needs, clean everything up, see what's bad, then order your parts. Or go to the store and buy them if you live close. I live 30 miles from anything, so, you know, get your parts in, then do the work. That's my suggestion. This was a ridiculously long video. Thank you for watching.